It is my great pleasure to join you today on this 12th edition of Connected Summit 2023, which brings together regional and global ICT industry leaders, policymakers, executives, financiers, and innovators to explore innovative ideas and areas of partnerships to leverage on technology. At the onset, allow me to congratulate the Ministry of Information, Communication, and the Digital Economy, led by our able CS, and its partners for organizing this summit, which truly timely in advancing integration of ICT in the Kenya's development agenda. Gradually, the world is moving towards digital economy, and use of ICT has become an essential tool for achieving sustainable development. Thus, this year's theme, Digital Economy, Endless Opportunities Shaping Our Future, is opportune and resonates well with the county government's agenda of leveraging on technology to drive economic growth and enhance service delivery to those at the bottom of the pyramid. Ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed significant progress in the integration of ICT in the county government's service delivery systems. The county governments play a crucial role in fostering digital economy in the country. Over time, we have supported and continue to promote the digital economy through the following. First is the development of digital infrastructure, which we have done together with the ICT Authority and the Ministry. Secondly is the provision of conducive environment that promotes innovation and entrepreneurship. We also have done adoption of digital technologies. Examples are online revenue collection systems, county health management systems, and several other, including the digitization of land registries. We have also done something on youth empowerment by providing them with training and digital skills. And finally, we also have incubation hubs in some of our counties. I am not one of them, but we have Isiolo and a few counties who have started. I'm going to break ground in Elgeyo Marakwet this week to one of the biggest innovation and ICT hubs, which may host up to 500 to 1,000 young people, and so that I become the lead as the chair of ICT. As the council, we have developed a knowledge and information repository platform. Recently, when I took over as the chair at the ICT, we have revamped Maarifa Center, which is a one-stop shop of all devolution success stories. So if you want to understand and get anything success about the devolution family, you actually go to our Maarifa Center at the Council of Governors. And I really need to urge the media so that at least we give these success stories and it can be replicated locally or internationally so that we tell the Kenyan success devolution the success of the devolution. Currently, the center, through its Maarifa platform, is making it possible for everyone to access CIDPs from all our 47 counties. In the long run, the portal will act as a gateway to accessing investment projects in counties, sector plans, and county regional economic blocks blueprint, among others. Despite the significant progress that has been achieved, there is still considerable amount of work that is needed to be done to fully maximize the potential. The Council of Governors recently conducted an ICT baseline survey to establish the status of ICTs in the county governments. Among top opportunities of the county governments can capitalize on to accelerate uptake in ICT include the following: investment in county ICT infrastructure, provision of specialized human resources. We have a huge gap, and we have told the CS that as much as we have a lot of zeal to actually transform the sector, we still have a huge gap. And we appreciate this Connect Summit because of the Presidential Digital Literacy Program. I think it's bridging that gap, but I still tell you at the counties we are still doing very badly in terms of that. Provision of specialized human resource, I have said. We further encourage county governments to adopt digital governance and practices, including online engagement and e-procurement. My county, I am now fully e-procurement end-to-end, from the beginning, from when you requisition all the way to payment. You can't interact with a lot of papers. In addition, we are challenging both levels of government to enhance integration and mainstreaming of ICT in all sectors. I will say a few things also on what we want to do as counties. As the chair of the ICT, I have interacted with some few people, especially the partners, which we appreciate our CS for bringing us together. As counties, I am trying to persuade my colleague governors to ensure that we make it very easy for all those who are laying fiber in all our counties. I have led by example by ensuring that in my county, if you want to lay fiber in any part of my county, it is free to do so, so long as you are just within the law, so that I'm not charging you anything. As an economist, I made the calculation. I may charge you 50,000 or something like 100,000 or even $1 million for the way lives. And I compared it with the amount of opportunity that my young people can get, the employments that they can get when I have a fiber laid to a place known as Tot, where there is a lot of cattle rustling and people are carrying guns in this generation. I realized that it could be more beneficial for me to forego the revenue and actually get more connectivity in my county. It makes more sense. And I'm really campaigning with my governors. And when we were sitting with my PS last week, PS Tanui and the CS, he just showed me a message from one of the counties I will not mention, that some of his people at the ICT authority were complaining that a governor, or not a governor, but governors officials were actually harassing someone who was laying fiber. And I think it was ICT authority or something. I realize that is a big challenge that we need to do, so that as counties we play and we support this process. I also want to say that we have huge opportunity at the counties. I want to request all partners in the ICT. Of course, Nairobi has been our headquarters for so long. I want to tell you, at the counties, the talent that is there is even much more. And if you go to a place, for example, like the famous Bomet, the Mulot, those guys are too talented. If you were to set up some of these and support our counties, you will get those Bomet guys. And they were too daring that last week when we were with the PS here in Mombasa, their governor actually of Bomet is my member of my committee. And they are too daring. They took over the phone of the governor, and they were calling, including the wife of the governor, using his phone. And he has his phone with us. We were shocked how those guys are really can be able. So if you want to do cyber security, let us hire the thug to actually be the one helping us to do this. So I want to say that as we move forward, I'm requesting that we ensure that we move some of these things to counties. There is huge potential in our counties so that we can be able to continue. There is an opportunity also at the county level, for example, we are dealing with anything agriculture. And we have a huge gap in terms of information on agricultural extension services. I met some guy introduced to me by a World Bank official some time back. He has a small gadget that has all agricultural information, how to plant maize, how to do dairy. He has a lot of that information, and he had a small gadget that acts as a projector at the same time as some small sound. And actually, you don't need to be an agricultural extension expert to actually go to a place like a hall like this, and you project and you talk to dairy farmers. I was thinking that we can transform all our sectors at the county level by ensuring that we leverage on technology. There is also a final thing that I wanted us to do. I was in Toronto, Canada, some few months ago, and AI has been used in several other ways. And it took me some few minutes to think about my professor who taught me economics in the university, that he was using a course outline which he kept photocopying, and I suspect he might have developed it in 1990, 1991, thereabout. When I was in Canada, they told me they update their course outlines every 4 months. I told them how. They say they use artificial intelligence to scan the internet and to scan every job opportunity in Canada and across the world. And it brings out some of the latest skills that are required in the sectors, in each and every sector. And they update their course outline to match what is happening in the world and the job market. So that is some things that IT can be able to help us so that as a country, we move forward. Because as we sit currently, we are training with skills that are not required in the field. And that is why we have few people in the ICT sector. We really need to move. And this conference, I will really hope that we get out and try to advise our government in that term Canadian education system. I was shocked to find that if you are in an IT class, there is a professor, traditional professor paid by the university to teach you IT. But once in a while, a Safaricom head of systems or somebody from the sector has 2 hours every day. If you are doing something like breweries or EABL, for example, the EABL guy who does real brewing goes to a chemical engineering class and every week gets 2 hours. That means that any graduate who comes out of that class directly goes to the sector and starts to work. Same to IT. I am hoping that today, as we speak, let us see how we can marry education and also what is happening in the actual in the field. So I want to, with all those many remarks, I want to appreciate our CS, our Prime Cabinet Secretary. I must tell you, please pass our regards to the President, that he gave a good a tone at the top. You yourself, the Deputy yourself, and again they gave us a powerful, powerful Cabinet Secretary in the name of David Owalo, who is very passionate. We have PS, who has been in Konza all his years. And we have now a team in ICT Authority doing a wonderful job. If we are not going to make it this time, then there is no other time that we are supposed to make it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's